This is a mortal game. The players are brought to a height of 50 meters. There's nothing around them. They are surrounded by 3 walls and a safe place. Within a limited time, the players have to wear a mask and choose the right direction to jump. 10 seconds before the beginning of the game, they're allowed to look around. Time's over, Kato has to put on a mask. Afterward, the plate under his feet starts moving. After 50 seconds, it will stop. Kato starts to choose the right direction to jump. If he was wrong, he would crash into the opposite wall and immediately fell to death. In each direction, there's a person who is responsible for giving hints to Kato. At this time, there's a voice behind him. That's Toshi, he says. I'm in the safe place, hurry up, jump over here. Because Toshi is one of his best friends, Kato knows him inside out. If Toshi was in the dangerous place, even if he was being threatened, he would never sell Kato off. To check if that was the real Toshi, Kato asks him about his age, height, measurements, and even Kato's birthday. After being given correct answers, Kato starts to step towards Toshi. But right before he's about to jump, Kato asks Toshi about the glasses that he's wearing. There's a series of number on it. Kato tells him to read it. It turns out that it isn't real Toshi, but the game's staff. They collected all of Toshi's information. After that, they use a machine to fake his voice. At this time, that man says that he can't read it because the series is blurred. Kato's sure that is the fake Toshi, because he found Toshi's glasses yesterday. At that time, he still could see the series clearly, which is enough to prove that it isn't the real Toshi. There are 3 directions left. At the same time, there comes Nagawa's voice, he says. Kato, I'm Nagawa, I'm standing in the safe place, jump over here. Because Nagawa once saved Kato, which gives him no reason to doubt about Nagawa. With Nagawa's instruction, Kato slowly steps towards him. But when Kato is going to jump, he asks Nagawa, is it right that my shoes are pointing at you? Through the hole on the wall, Nagawa looks at Kato, but he can only see Kato's chest. Yes, it is. Unexpectedly, Kato steps backwards. At this time, Nagawa finds that Kato's shoelaces are loose. Kato then says, if you were in the safe place, I would immediately jump over there without hesitation. But wouldn't it be too dangerous if I jumped when my shoelaces were loose? Nagawa didn't tell Kato about his untied shoelaces. That's obvious, because he's standing behind a wall, which prevents him from seeing clearly. After confirming that Nagawa is standing behind a wall, there are 2 directions left for Kato to choose. The success rate is 50%. After that, from both directions come people's voice. Kato uses the same method as before. He takes out a coin and places it in front of him. Then, he asks that person about the coin's value. Because Hiro's standing behind the wall. So he says that he can't see it because of lack of light. At this time, the staff gives him a mirror, which helps him to answer. It's a 50 yen coin. That makes Kato very confused. Is it true that Hiro is standing in the safe place? After that, Kato puts another coin on the ground to test Hiro. This time, he can easily answer because he now has a mirror. This quick answer consolidates the doubt in Kato. A few minutes before Hiro said that he couldn't see it clearly. But this time he can give an accurate answer very quickly. Kato thinks that the reason why it took Hiro a long time to answer is because he waited for some equipment. If that was a ladder, it would surely make some noise and Kato can easily recognize it. But there isn't any noise. So it must have been a mirror which helps Hiro to see Kato's coins. At this time, Kato puts another coin on the other side and tells that person to answer. The person this time is a staff of the game. She says that she's short-sighted, and she can't see it because she left her glasses at home. After that, she starts to interrupt Kato's flow of thoughts. What is your father's name? How old is your mother? Does your grandfather like tomatoes? She keeps distracting Kato, and makes him extremely confused. At this time, she urges him to jump because he has only 40 seconds left. Kato feels that the woman was sent here to cause trouble, so he turns to Hiro. Kato angles the coin towards him. Hiro uses the mirror to see and immediately answers. The staff wants to stop him from answering, but it's too late. Kato then says that the woman has a good eyesight, and then tells Hiro that, you too, you can easily see the coins. If you were in the safe place, you wouldn't be able to see it. Because the coin is pointing at me. However, you answered without hesitation, which proves that you used some equipment to see it. After a while thinking, Kato's sure about the right direction. Without hesitation, he jumps towards the woman. Finally, Kato manages to finish the game. Deko's the next one to play this game. However, the staffs prepare 3 mirrors in 3 different directions. So every of the hint givers can see clearly, which makes the game even more challenging. People are very worried about Deko. But never can they expect that Deko finishes the game very quickly. It takes him only 45 seconds. Kato doubtfully asks Deco what method he used to win a short time. It turns out that when Deco took part in the game, he stooped down and asked the hint givers about his thumbs. Because he stooped, the opposite people couldn't see his thumbs. At the same time, he could prevent those people from looking from above. If they looked from the left or the right, his hands blocked their sight. As a result, they couldn't see his thumbs. There was only one way to see his thumbs. Only the person who stood in the safe place could see those fingers. After hearing about it, Kato got extremely surprised. Because Deco's method is the perfect answer of this game. It took Deco only 10 seconds to give such an excellent answer. This movie's title is Zero, the Bravest Money Game. If the player could pass all the challenges, he would be able to get 1,000 billion yen. But in order to win one round, you have to face thousands of dangers.